Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. Before getting to this buffet video, I just want to give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Hungryroot. If you don't know, Hungryroot is a personalized grocery delivery subscription service with the aim of helping individuals or families eat healthier by delivering both fresh and pre-packaged foods. So what's really interesting about this service is that they customize all the groceries to your personal needs very, very well. So when you first sign up, you take a quiz. They ask you how many people the food is for, your goals, whether it's to try new things, or save time, lose weight. Then they ask you about your dietary needs, your nutritional preference, such as less carbs or high protein. I also opted for that. Also, how much time you want to spend cooking the meals, what appliances you have to be able to utilize, and even what types of cuisines, flavors, meats that you like. And with all that information, they build you a personalized grocery cart for the week. And of course, give you delicious recipe recommendations for all those groceries. By the way, they have around 2,000 recipes. I've tried, I think at this point, 4 of them. So far, so delicious. I made a blackened pork chop power bowl. So some stir-fried peppers, onions. There's quinoa that was ready in about 90 seconds. The pork took about 6 minutes to cook. It's so juicy. Flavor is absolutely perfect. A little smoky, a little spicy. Really didn't have to prep much, which I love. So that's around 10 minutes for the entire cooking process. And with your order, of course, you can edit whatever you want to receive or don't want to receive, or just let Hungryroot choose for you. I talked about this before. I hate going to the grocery store. I always overbuy. Now every week, a box of groceries just show up. So this isn't just a simple meal prep kit. It's a box of amazing groceries for you to prepare however you want to. So if you want to give this a try, go to my link down below. And the first 100 people to use my promo code Mikey40 will get 40% off their first order of Hungryroot. All right, get back to my pork chop and enjoy the video. Breakfast looks really good for 5:30 in the morning. Lamb sausage, never had that before. Really gooey looking eggs, and they have chili oil that they add to the eggs. I've learned that from yesterday. Some fried rice and beans. Never used to put hot oil on my eggs before. That goes really well together. Also, eggs in this country are so fluffy. So from the hotel to the airport is about 3 hours. Then another 5 or 6 hour flight to Melbourne. So the plan is Melbourne, Tasmania, then heading over to New Zealand, and then back to Sydney. This is gonna be a pretty wild food trip. I'll say this again, people in Fiji, nicest people ever. Wow, there's the Yarra River, St. Paul's Cathedral. That is a beautiful, beautiful view. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I am starving. Luckily, there's a 7-Eleven right there. Yesterday when I checked the 7-Eleven out, there's some really interesting stuff. There's a lot of different sandwiches here. Peri-peri chicken, bacon, egg, roast beef, ham and sweet mustard, cheese and tomato, chicken and mayo. There's onigiris, there's microwave meals. Ooh, butter chicken curry. Peri-peri chicken sounds good. High protein meals. Oh, these look good too. A ton of hot foods like beef pie. There's pastries. Look at this. Passion fruit Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, a cookie dough M&M. Chef Series potato chips. Chinese barbecue duck. Breakfast is served. All right. This looks like a pretty good breakfast haul. So, got some My Muscle Chef high protein creamy chicken and shrimp pasta, some butter chicken curry, peri-peri chicken with crunchy slaw, Chinese barbecue duck with hoisin sauce, chips, a mango passion fruit cheesecake, a beef pie, a chicken and leek pie. Ooh, this is hefty one. The same weight as one of these chef meals. I think it's heavier. Passion fruit Mountain Dew. I think I talked about this before where the first time I came to Melbourne. Didn't have any money, just lived off McDonald's and fish and chips and beef pies, which were the cheapest items I could find at the time. Ketchup or tomato sauce was not free. I think it was like 40 cents a pack. Neither was tartar sauce. So I swear the next time I come back to Australia, I just go to McDonald's and fill up on free packs of ketchup. Luckily I didn't, because they are free at 7-Eleven. Start off with this. This is the cream and chicken and mushroom pasta. Looks like shell pasta, chunks of chicken, a little bit of herbs in here. Smells good. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, far cry from a 7-Eleven Japan microwave meal, but not bad. Good texture on the pasta. Chicken is not the most tender, but pretty passable. Sauce is creamy, rich, and delicious. In fact, I'll probably dunk my sandwich in this in a little bit, but holy moly, 35 grams of protein. I mean, not really low carb, but if you want to get your protein fix in, this is a pretty darn good way to do it. I'm really excited about this, the butter chicken. Butter chicken curry rice. Oh, wow. As soon as I peel back the seal over the rice, you smell the rice immediately because there's some added spices in the rice. Giant chunks of chicken in here. The curry looks really thick and rich. Yeah, this is great. That's a rich, spice-loaded curry. The chicken, again, not the most tender, but not bad. The rice, though, absolutely amazing. Some added spices like coriander seeds makes it so fragrant. The richness of the butter chicken, it's really balanced out by the zest of the tomatoes that's in this curry. It's definitely one of the zestiest butter chicken I've ever had. It works really well. Passion fruit frenzy. That's good. This thing is way more tangy than sweet. I mean, very much tastes like passion fruit. Not bad. Meat pies. When I first came to Australia over 20 years ago, I asked my Australian friends to take me for some Australian food, and they got me meat pies. This thing looks really flaky and just loaded with filling. Not bad. It's flaky, it's loaded with beef filling. It's hefty, it's satisfying. This thing will definitely fill you up. Now, add some tomato sauce. Definitely better with some tomato sauce. It cuts down the richness of the pie. Also, 7-Eleven had sweet Thai chilies. I still don't understand why the US still has not adopted this contraption. I mean, look at this. Squeeze a little bit. The sauce comes out very neatly. Sweet Thai chilies and the tomato sauce for the win. Little heat, little sweetness. I like it. Had to get this too. Chunky chicken and leek pie. So it's tender chicken and creamy leek sauce. Sounds like a chicken pot pie. The texture inside tastes pretty much like American chicken pot pie without the vegetables. Very creamy. The chicken is very soft. It's okay. Not bad. I definitely like the beef pot pie better. Try this with some sweet chilies. It's better, but this pot pie doesn't really jive as well with the Thai sweet chilies. I feel like the flavor is too mild, so the sweet chilies and tomato sauce just kind of takes over. Also, I don't taste any leek. It's just creamy sauce. I was really excited for the leek, but don't really taste much of it. Let's try this. Peri peri chicken with crunchy slaw. This is a pretty good sized sandwich. This is an incredible sandwich. It's so good. The chicken is tender. The peri peri sauce, amazing. Of course, peri peri sauce is made with African bird's eye chilies, which has a lot of heat, and it definitely translates into the sandwich. This is not a mild sandwich. This is a spicy, delicious sandwich, and the heat from the sauce is cooled down a bit by the fresh slaw and vegetables. I mean, it's crunchy, it's tender, it's creamy. It's got a bit of smokiness to it as well. It's so good. The only thing that stops this from being a 10 out of 10 is the bread. I think there's way too much bread. If they cut off the crust or made this bread a little less crumbly, give it a better texture. I'm just comparing this bread to the bread they have in 7-Eleven in Japan. If this bread was the same quality as that, this would be absolutely iconic. Still, it's such a fantastic sandwich. But I guess the good thing with a lot of bread, good for dunking. Dunk this into my butter chicken curry. Yeah, that works really well. Red Rock deli chips. So these are good barbecue chips. Sweet, smoky. I don't really taste the duck element, but for barbecue chips, it's not as sweet as traditional barbecue chips. They taste more like Hoisin barbecue chips. Not bad, just don't taste the duck. 7-Eleven brand mango passion fruit cheesecake. So layer of cake, I see the mango and passion fruit on top of that. Ooh, this is awesome. I'd eat this with a knife because I ran out of forks. But wow, this is incredible. Cloud-like cheesy cream on top. A little crumbly cake on the bottom that resembles the crumbly crust of a cheesecake. It's delightfully cheesy. You definitely taste the mangoes and the passion fruit. You can see it too. This is by far the best thing I had today. I gotta go try the other 3 flavors. If I lived here, I'd be in trouble. I'd be eating this all the time. Oh look, passion fruit seeds. They're using real passion fruits in here. Yeah. I wish our 7-Eleven had this. 1.5 health star rating. That means it's good for me. I'm gonna assume that's true. Finally had to try this. Cookie dough M&Ms. Never seen cookie dough M&Ms before. First of all, they're round. Huh. Oh, I like a little layer of chocolate surrounding a bit of cookie dough. If you like cookie dough, which I do, and if you like M&Ms, which most people does, this is just absolutely perfect for you. This is probably like a health star rating of 5 out of 5 though. Wait, is 5 good or 1 good? Oh, the more the stars, the healthier. I thought the more stars, the worse for you. I guess that doesn't make any sense. So unfortunately, this 1.5, well, that's sad. This is probably like a 0 though. Ooh, these chips are 3.5. Not bad. As you guys know, I always like exploring the local 7-Eleven wherever I go. In Australia, 7-Eleven has some really interesting foods. I'm gonna say that's a pretty fun breakfast. All right, I'm gonna finish up, get some work done, and this afternoon, the food's gonna be intense. I'm gonna leave it at that. So dinner tonight is here at Melba. This is one of the highest rated all-you-can-eat buffets here in Melbourne. Let me show you around. As soon as you walk in, you have a seafood section with crab, mussels, prawns, fresh oysters, sushi. All the popular cuts are here. You got some octopus, tuna, salmon, prawns, abalone. And this is the Indian food section. Some butter chicken, some goat curry, chicken tikka, different flavors of naan, made to order. And this section is what I'm really excited about. So here you can have steak or lamb chops cooked to order, different types of pastas, and you can even have different stir fry, dim sum. Oh, and this is where my heart skipped a beat. So this is the meat section. And if you are a carnivore or meat lover, this may just be your paradise. There's the crispy pork belly, there's roast lamb, beef shank with a giant bone still inside, the lamb roast, and 5-spice duck pancake. Of course, a chocolate fountain. That's a beautiful looking dessert section. I haven't had anything to eat since this morning, just waiting for this meal. So let's get started. I just took a tour of Meat Paradise and it had my heart pounding. I got a bit of each of the meats. And this might just be the buffet with the most meat selection I've ever seen, which obviously makes sense for Australia. This is the 5-spice duck and a pancake. So basically a 5-spice Peking duck. Awesome. First of all, pancake, perfect. Crunchy cucumbers, also umami flavor from the hoisin sauce, and that duck is tender. Now to the rest of the meats. I'm so excited for this. Crispy roast pig, gorgeous crispy skin on top. Look at all that fat and meat and the seasoning on the bottom. This is like a roast pig Big Mac. Layer of crispy skin, layer of fat, layer of lean meat, then another layer of fat, layer of lean meat again, and you can see the juice just cascading from each piece. I've never done this before, but they recommended eating this with some applesauce. Oh no. This is so freaking amazing. I love it. The bottom has all the spices and I think the most flavor, but that top crispy skin, that's what you want all day long. That makes a loud statement. It's cooked perfectly. The skin, as soon as you crunch down, starts to melt with the fat. It's basically just pure flavor. I gotta say, pretty good with the applesauce. It really balances out the richness of the pork. Also, I got some cauliflower soup. I think the first place I had cauliflower soup was in Japan, and surprisingly loved it. This is great. Really creamy, rich, and fragrant. I think it's wonderful. This is the beef rump, the picanha. Look at that beautiful layer of fat. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful cuts I saw on this buffet. Just the most perfect pink center. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. This is delicious beyond words. As soon as Chef Anson cut into it, it just looked like a meaty waterfall with a beautiful fatty layer on top. It's so tender. This is also a piece I'm really looking forward to. This is beef shank, add a little mustard to it, and when you cut into it, you can see all that awesome tendon in the shank. Cold marinated beef shank is one of my favorite Chinese dishes. And this reminds me of that, except, it's hot. The beef is tender. I love the fat and tendon aspect of the shank. Final piece, the roasted lamb. All right, it's been sitting on my plate for a while. A little mint jelly. It's good. Definitely a little drier now since it's been sitting on my plate, but still tender, no gaminess. Perfect with that mint jelly. Oh, seasoned very well too. That mint jelly is spectacular, by the way. Oh, one other thing I just remembered about the beef hump. It's smoky. I don't know how exactly they cook that, but there is definitely smoke infused into that cut of meat. That's my favorite cut of meat so far. All the other ones are great. The pork belly, amazing, but that beef hump, wow. All right, round two. It's all about the sushi. Abalone, salmon, squid, tuna. And they have these like really adorable sushi balls. Itadakimasu. Get one of these sushi balls. Look at that squid sushi ball with caviar on top. A little soy sauce. Sweet, snappy squid, topped with that umami-filled caviar. That's a craving, satisfying piece of sushi. Amberjack was one of my favorite. A little bit of soy sauce. So buttery and tender. It's one of my favorite cuts of fish ever. If you've never had amberjack, give it a try. There's some melt in your mouth tuna. It's lean tuna, but that is about as tender as they come. I love how that fat from the salmon just mixes with the sushi rice as you chew. I used to not eat sushi. Now I crave it. I just got a made-to-order bolognese pasta, rack of lamb, and a steak. I kept glancing over at the Indian food section. Indian food here looks and smells amazing, especially that naan. All right, let me focus on what I have in front of me right now. This is the bolognese pasta, and there's a lot of meat in here, a lot of cheese. It's very meaty, and that's the way I like it. Very meaty, very cheesy. Pasta's delicious. I mean, this whole thing is just extremely flavorful. I mean, it's not Italy, but for buffet pasta, this is pretty darn spectacular. Steak cooked to order. One bit of advice for you guys: do not start things with this steak. Don't pick a fight with it. Don't make fun of it. Don't ask it for its lunch money because it is tough. It's just this cut of meat. I mean, it's cooked perfectly. Beautiful pink center. It's juicy. It's just a tough cut of meat. Lamb chop, on the other hand, tender, smoky, juicy, beautiful. And you can definitely taste the fire. Also, what I love about this lamb, there's some marrow in here. Look at that. Do not waste this. Oh, that's a good chunk of marrow right here. Add that to the lamb. That's the best part. Delicious, juicy, tender grilled lamb with some smoky lamb butter. They have a stir-fry station, and they have fermented black bean sauce. If you don't know what fermented black bean sauce is, it's something you want in every single stir-fry ever. It's so good, especially when stir-fry with meat and vegetables. It just makes everything taste so much more earthy and robust. It's pretty much a umami bomb. So I asked for some hufen, some vegetables, some beef, and a load of the black bean sauce. Also, I found some charred eggplant. That's good. Noodles are nice and chewy. This beef looks tender. Really, really tender beef. Some bok choy, green peppers, carrots. Usually you go to a buffet, maybe they'll have like a Mongolian grill section with onions and beef and peppers. Ain't gonna taste anything close to this. Also, you definitely taste the wok. So it's really interesting how they do their naan here. They have all these different flavors. I think it's about a dozen or so flavors, and they can mix and match. This is a stuffed cheese slash garlic slash chili naan. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. Cheesy, garlicky, spicy naan. Freshly made from the oven. Buttered chicken looks good. The goat looks good. Got some fake goat cheese salad as well. That thick salad is awesome. Oh, it's really good. This is one of the greatest things ever. The naan is so good. Garlicky, cheesy, and very spicy. Toasty on the outside. I like the little bit of bitterness from the char. Look at all the chilies and garlic they stuffed in here. It's fluffy, it's chewy. Dunk that into the buttered chicken. Oh, the butter chicken is really good. Wow. Oh, there's a reason I was craving this Indian food. The Indian food on this buffet is spectacular. And this naan is so uniquely delicious. Usually you go to a buffet, 2 different flavors of naan. But this is just out of this world. Add some curry goat onto this. This and the butter chicken, what a combo. Butter chicken is just tremendously flavorful. The chicken is so tender too. Do not sleep on the Indian food at this buffet. Alright, I can take a little break and eat some seafood. You have these blue swimmer crabs, king prawn, and oysters. The crab is more briny than sweet. A little bit of sweetness. That's a pretty savory blue crab. That meat is really, really delicate. So these are king prawns. This little thing's got some flavor to it. I wasn't really expecting that much flavor. The head is just full of briny umami. Oh, that is just pure flavor. So much flavor. Body, a little savory, nice and snappy. I'm gonna get a whole plate of this. These are Australian oysters. I almost went down the wrong hatch. The flavor of this oyster is very fresh, a little creamy. I wonder if these are the famous Brunei Island oysters. They definitely have zero fishiness, not much of a brininess to it. Borderline sweet, again, very clean. These are delicious. All right, dessert time. Alright, dessert looks awesome. This is a chocolate M&M naan, and the chef recommended some chocolate from the chocolate fountain on top of that. Put some vanilla gelato on top of that too. Inside is a chocolate M&M stuffed naan. So take some of that naan, add some ice cream to that. It's just insanely decadent and delicious. Ice cream in the naan. Pure, diabolical genius. This is one of the greatest dessert finales I think I've ever had at a buffet. Creme brulee. Oh, that's really good. I saw someone do this and I really liked it. Somebody just took a bunch of fresh strawberries and just covered it in chocolate. I know a pro move when I see one. The strawberries are so good. Juicy, little tart. very sweet strawberries. This is such a great use of the chocolate fountain. That is a food power move. You gotta have really good strawberry to make this work, and these are really good strawberries. I only have a few days here in Melbourne. I really wanted to go to a buffet, so I researched extensively on where to go, and everywhere I look, this place was mentioned. Favorite things tonight? The roast meats for sure. That meat station is unparalleled. I don't think I've been to a buffet with that much meat selection, especially that rump steak. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I mean, usually when you go to a meat station on a buffet, most of it's gonna be bone dry. I mean, every cut was juicier than the last. Love the live cooking stations. The pasta station, amazing. The stir fry station, especially with the black bean sauce, loved it. And the Indian station. That's usually something I don't get a lot of when I go to a buffet because it is so filling. Here, especially the different flavors of naan, incredible. There's a great selection of seafood. The oysters are delicious. And the dessert, get yourself a bowl of chocolate covered strawberries and definitely the M&M naan. This has been an incredible first meal here in Australia. As always, all the information for this place is listed down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.